lost it. He lost the position.
You see Matt trying to force his right arm back inside, though. You see that? That'll help him to escape. I want to see how Saunders responds to all that squeezing from the bottom now. And you know Matt Brown can push a crazy pace on you.
Back to full guard again here.
30 seconds here,
They're saying high guard, wrap him up here. The thing is, he's got to try to figure this out. Like, what does he do here? Does he go for the submission and risk burning his legs out even further? Or does he just hold on and wait till the end of the round? At least he's protected here with mission control. He hasn't absorbed any punishment off of his back. But now Matt is on top in half guard and looking for elbows.
So Matt Brown's submission defense holds up.
Give me 3 good breaths. 2 more. Bring it slow. Listen to me. I want you to look right at me. These are the spots we need to get in. I know you didn't get it now. He had a lot of fight in him. Still the first round. We're going to keep banging those shins off of his arms. Let's break him down. This round, when we get into the guard, we're going to take him out, I promise you. We're going to put a little heat on him. That was beautiful. How you feel?
Good. Mouthpiece?
I love it. I love the work. I love the work. It's head control, yes. Get busy, sawing him up. Everywhere when we're on the ground, let's saw him up. Let's take the life out of him a little bit, okay?
Keep that range on the outside. Kicks, man.
Tonight, 3 title tilts in the fight capital of the world, and the headliner, bad blood boils over when the champ Kamaru Usman faces top challenger Colby Chaos Covington. You can purchase the UFC 245 pay-per-view event through ESPN Plus, ESPNplus.com/PPV. Round 2 here, Matt Brown in black, Ben Saunders in white. A lot of energy expenditure, DC, on both sides in round 1.
Yeah, being in the submission, also holding on to the submission that Ben Saunders held on is very difficult. Let's see how he responded. Let's see how he recovered in between rounds. And also let's see if Matt can start to really pick the pace up. Because even though Saunders didn't get the finish, he was the one dictating the action on the ground. And I judged that round for him, even though he was on his back.
Yeah, I agree with that. But what I'm concerned with Saunders is the fact that he was squeezing the entire round with his legs. So he's going to deal with muscular fatigue, whereas Matt Brown's not really going to deal with that. He just had to survive there. He didn't have one particular thing he was doing in squeezing for a couple of minutes, which is what Ben Saunders was doing. High kick
from Matt Brown.
Ben's in trouble. Real trouble. Big elbow.
He's got Ben just reacting now to everything he's doing. Got Ben on his back foot, backing away from him.
He was looking for the trip there again.
I'd like to see Matt Brown just separate. He doesn't need to go here, right? Because in these positions, Ben's not only attacking submissions, but he's actually controlling his posture and dictating to him.
He's defending himself as well. It's very difficult to hit him with this rubber guard. The way he's got the control with the leg wrapped around the head, with Ben's long legs, 6'2". He's so long with his legs and so adept at controlling from this position. Matt's got to be very concerned with getting locked up again the same way he was in that first round.
Well, he keeps that high guard, right? That high rubber guard, and it controls the posture of Matt Brown. At the end of round 1, Matt was able to pass to half guard, and if he can get back to half guard, maybe he'll start to be able to get damage off. But right now, he's right back where he doesn't want to be.
Saunders leaking a lot of blood, courtesy of that head kick from Matt Brown about a minute ago.
You hear the hammer. Mark Coleman calling for that ground and pound in the corner of Matt Brown. First ever UFC heavyweight champion. Matt stepped over that leg. Now Ben is just in half guard. No longer threatening with a submission.
And this is better for Matt Brown. Now he can start to land strikes.
Much better. And you got to wonder what kind of fatigue is Ben Saunders dealing with now.
And look at the head position. You see this a lot on the clinch, right? against the fence. The guy that has his head in the chin of his opponent is the one that's dictating. Matt Brown is doing that now on the ground, and that's keeping Ben Saunders in place for him.
Gotta watch out for those Matt Brown elbows. Just over 2 minutes here, round 2.
There's mission control again. Ben looking to get that left leg free to wrap the two of them up. Matt tied it up well between his legs.
There you go. Keep up
The
against the
hammer,
cage.
Mark Coleman.
Make it pay, Matt.
There you go. There you go. Make it pay now. Make it pay. Let's go, buddy.
Good, Matt. You're good.
Pick it up. Pick it up. Keep it up against the cage.
Treat too much.
Keep up against the cage. Put it back on the
Full
cage.
guard again.
Put it back on the cage. Put him on the cage.
Mission control once again. Trying to wrap that up.
Mark Coleman, the Hall of Famer, there with Cameron Knight and Ryan Madigan. Matt Brown training exclusively at home in Ohio, now no longer in Colorado.
Score right here. Score some points here, man. Let's go, baby. Score some points right here.
But this is a much better round for Matt Brown. He's landing damage. He's not getting his posture controlled as much as he did in the first round. And I feel like now he's winning the round as he's controlling Saunders and landing strikes on him now instead of just being on top of him.
Well, he's not doing too much from the top, but he certainly has done more in this round than the first round. But Ben is still doing a pretty decent job of defending himself, at least, from the nasty ground and pound.
I think Matt Brown should be on his feet, right? Because on the feet, it seemed like he was starting to take control of the fight.
Break.
Yeah, I was a little shocked that he wound up taking him down in the first place.
So Keith Peterson didn't see enough action, stands the fighters up, less than 30 seconds to go in the round. Nice counter from Brown.
Matt seems to be the fresher guy too. But why was he, big elbow.
Huge elbow. Is that
Matt Brown back in a big way tonight.
That elbow was nasty. He landed that elbow. That was the start to the end of the fight.
Saunders showing his respect to his opponent, Matt Brown. Kind of amazing these guys hadn't crossed paths prior. But a big win for Matt Brown tonight. Now time for Flip the Switch, brought to you by Boost Mobile.
And here we see Matt Brown with a nice right hand to the ear. Left hook. High kick by Matt Brown. Staggered him, and that caused a cut from his own glove, really. Big right hand by Matt, and there's the elbow. And this is the beginning of the end. Keith Peterson taking a really close look at him. Matt Brown landed some nasty ground and pound. Here's early in the round. Trip to the ground, bang. This is right before that. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, gets on top of him, and Keith had seen enough.
You saw Matt hit that foot sweep over and over again. He hit it 3 times in the fight, but I mean, that elbow hurt him so bad.
Ring rust not an issue for Matt Brown as he returns in style tonight. Joe Rogan will talk to the winning immortal after this as we continue live from Vegas on ESPN2.
Sponsored by Bet365.
What-o, sports fans! Apparently all the best bettors come to country clubs like this one. They'll even park your car.
No, we won't.
Oh, yeah, you will.
No, we won't. Not that thing.
You making fun of my car?
Don't bet silly, bet savvy. Get a 10% boost as a free bet on your winning football accumulators at coral.co.uk. The smart money's on Coral.
Sponsored by Bet365.
This program contains flashing images and scenes of violence.
We are in Las Vegas, Nevada tonight, just off the famed Las Vegas Strip for one of the best fight cards of 2019. The UFC 245 prelims are presented by Modelo. All right, to make this welterweight clash official, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Keith Peterson has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 55 seconds of round number 2. Declaring the winner by knockout, Matt the Immortal Brown.
Beautiful. Congrats. Love you, brother. 2 years, man. You're fucking savage. Appreciate it.
What's up, Mr. Jeffrey? How are you, sir? Welcome back, Matt Brown.
Thanks for having me back, Vegas.
It's been a while since we've seen you. You've had to recover from some injuries. What was it like to be back in the octagon, and what was it like to be back in the victory side?
I had to recover from injuries. I had to recover from life itself. Throws a lot of crap on you all the time. But my boys, Connor Hunter, my daughter Ava, hi guys, love you. Got me through the whole thing. Wouldn't be able to get here without them, without my great team, Cameron Knight Jiu-Jitsu, Ryan Madigan, and the Hammer, the legend, the man, the myth, Mark Coleman.
Shout out to the Hammer, ladies and gentlemen. Matt, you got caught up in a submission attempt early in the fight. How tight was that?
It wasn't really tight, but yeah, I was at risk of getting elbowed, and I was at risk of, if I slipped up, I was getting submitted, so it wasn't a good spot.
Let's take a look at the finish. You had staggered him on the feet. It seemed like as the fight was going on, he was starting to wear down. The punishment was starting to take its toll, and this is the beginning of the end.
That was exactly it. Just to keep out heavy pressure. I wasn't throwing a lot, wasn't giving the show I wanted on the feet as like I usually would, but he's a dangerous, dangerous guy, and you got to be very careful with him.
Sir, congratulations and welcome back.
Thank you, Joe.
Pleasure to watch your fight. Matt Brown, ladies and gentlemen.
And check those UFC welterweight record books. Those are the most knockouts in UFC history. Matt Brown in some good company there. He produces his 13th UFC finish tonight and gets his 15th UFC win. A lot of the UFC stars are out in Las Vegas this weekend. Michael Chiesa there with his wife. Chiesa in a huge fight with Rafael Dos Anjos, Raleigh, North Carolina, January 25th on ESPN Plus. And Macy Barber featured prelim against Roxanne Modafferi. You can see that one January 18th on ESPN before Conor McGregor and Cowboy Cerrone. All right, straight ahead should be a good middleweight matchup here. Colorado's Ian Heinisch remains entrenched in the top 10. Says he learned some valuable lessons his last time out against Derek Brunson. Tonight, Heinisch will look to maximize this showcase against one of the division's more underrated combatants, 14th ranked Omari Akhmedov. All he's done since moving up to 185 is win. He's focused on his striking in advance of this one and appears primed and ready to put his best foot forward in this matchup here tonight. Stay with us on ESPN2.
Sponsored by Bet365. Sponsored by Bet365.
This program contains flashing images and scenes of violence. This program contains flashing images and scenes of violence.
Live from Las Vegas, Nevada, you are watching the UFC 245 prelims on ESPN2, presented by Modelo. A taste that's pure gold. Modelo, brewed for those with a fighting spirit. In part by P3, the official protein snack of UFC. and by the Marines, winning battles for our nation and for all its people. Well, of course, we continue to inch closer to UFC 245, Usman versus Covington. Fans getting lathered here inside T-Mobile Arena. About 90 minutes to go until we get to pay-per-view. To order UFC 245, go to ESPNplus.com/PPV. Might as well get that order out of the way now. All right, now for more on tonight's absolutely fascinating UFC headliner, we go outside the locker rooms where we find Megan O'Leary. Megan.
Thank you so much, John. Well, it has been quite the lead up into this main event matchup between Colby Covington and Kamaru Usman. They have had a war of words that has been going on for actual years, but it finally all comes to a head tonight in the main event when they face off against one another for that welterweight strap. But for those of you who may not be familiar with how this all went down, I decided to lay it out for you with a little bit of help from our graphics department. Let's head back to 2017 and the very mature battle of "you're ducking me" and the ensuing "no, I'm not" shots fired by Colby. Then the return volley by Usman, getting Dana, Sean Shelby, and McMaynard all involved. In April of 2018, the UFC celebrated its 25th anniversary with a star-studded press conference.
Yeah, when I asked
Vegas, armed with perhaps his best weapon once again. Later that week, Usman defeated Woodley, and guess who was there to celebrate the new champ on his way out of the octagon? Then, video surfaces of another altercation. This time, at a buffet? I mean, come on, guys, is nothing sacred? Moving on. Earlier this year, Colby's returned to action after more than a year. He put on an absolute clinic in Newark, New Jersey against Robbie Lawler. And then, of course, took the mic with Usman listening on.
Marty, fake news, man! We can do it tonight! We can do it right now! Where you at? Where you at? I'm coming for you, doing it right now! The night's still early!
High up in the rafters of the Prudential Center on the ESPN Plus post show, the big winner joined the desk with Usman as analyst.
You have mentioned Madison Square Garden, so that's an ideal time frame for you to fight in November. Kamaru, is that a possibility?
it's a possibility tonight.
Let's do it tonight. Let's do it right now. Let's go right now. Let's go right now. You suck, bro. Let's do it right now.
Look at that. Look at that.
You suck.
Another back and forth on Twitter. Usman wants to fight at MSG this past November. Point counterpoint by Colby with another nuh-uh moment. Then, last month, the UFC 245 press conference where we had no shirt versus sport coat. This all setting the stage for the pot boiling over. Well, the roadmap has reached its final destination. Kamaru Usman will look to defend his title against Colby Covington. John, this is a main event that I feel like we have been waiting for a very long time.
I'm telling you, man, I'm just getting anxious just previewing this thing. Look at the longest active win streaks in the UFC welterweight division. Really hard to do much better than Kamaru Usman has done in getting out to a 10-0 UFC start. Just incredible, and he puts that record on the line tonight against Colby Covington. Hey, DC, I'm told your telestrator is live, my man. Let's go.
It's hot. Let's load up the Kamaru Usman video right now. Look, for Usman, he's got to get in the clinch. But not only does he need a clinch, he needs to land elbows. Now, for as damaging as this elbow is right on the temple of Woodley, it's about what happens next, right? Woodley will start to evade Usman to try to find space. Now, is Usman as good at space? No, but the issue is he's the one dictating. They're only here because he wants it to be. They're only apart because he wants. He'll get back in close. Now, Tyron's thinking striking. Kamaru needs to trick him with wrestling. Watch the right leg. He's going to step right in the pocket, right in front, right there. When he steps right into this place, right, he's going to rotate Woodley off to his right. Look at that. Okay, now step on the backside. Look at what he did. Now, he's got the right leg hooked on the back. And then feeds Woodley's hips into his. There's no defending that. There's no defending Kamaru Usman once he gets your entire body into him. But he's got to trick Colby Covington. Colby's too good a wrestler to just shoot a single leg on. He's going to have to trick him with those types of actions. Right leg in front, rotate. Step behind the legs, feed the hips, put him on his back.
Nicely broken down. You ever going to give Joe a shot on that telescope?
No, I won't. But I made a mistake. I forgot to hit the erase button. I left my graphics on the whole time. I got too excited.
You lost the no-hitter there. All right, UFC 245, Usman versus Covington. Coming up at 10 p.m. Eastern tonight, ESPNplus.com/PPV. We essentially have 5 main event level fights tonight for you live on pay-per-view. But now Ian Heinisch learned a lot during his last UFC fight week. He promises to put that experience to good use tonight in what should be a memorable meeting with the surging Omari Akhmedov. Long considered one of the toughest outs in the sport, Omari Akhmedov is now starting to be recognized as a legitimate contender since moving to the UFC's middleweight division, promptly scoring wins over Tim Boetsch and Zach Cummings. Tonight, Russia's Wolverine attempts to extend his unbeaten streak to 6 when he faces the forever game Ian Heinisch. Dana White's Contender Series was Heinisch's springboard to the octagon in 2018, but it was a pair of wins over Cesar Ferreira and Antonio Carlos Jr. that proved the Hurricane was truly where he belonged. Now tonight, he will try to take his career to the next level. Coming up next, Ian the Hurricane Heinisch battles Omari Wolverine Akhmedov.
Sponsored by Bet365.
Enjoy hundreds of slot games at 32red.com, including favorites like Immortal Romance and Thunderstruck 2. And go in search of the Golden Scarab Jackpot with our action-packed Lara Croft Temples and Tombs game. Get £10 free when you join. Play responsibly and keep gambling fun at 32red.com, where you're the big deal.
Everybody needs somebody to love. Someone to love. Someone to love.
There's still time to get something for everybody on your list this Christmas.
And I need you.
With great last-minute gifts like the Motorola One Zoom, the Echo Show 5, and the GHD Original Styler. Amazon, low prices and free delivery on millions of items.
Uber Eats.
Big Mac.
McDonald's delivered, exclusive to Uber Eats.
Thanks.
Get excited.
Nice call on the Dayglow green. Just blends right into the Italian architecture. We're being chased by some very bad people. This is your town when we want it now.
Was that a bad guy?
Watch me. Do this.
We need to move. This is so stressful.
Yeah, we probably could have used the warm-up mission.
K, the new masculine fragrance by Dolce & Gabbana.
What a Christmas day. Snow is gently falling my way. That's when I know sure.
Merry Christmas, sweetheart.
You are my Christmas star, and I'll be wherever you are.
Show her that you know her with the new Pandora Christmas collection.
Look at that.
Go there. And he's done the big moment for Everton.
Is anyone else done this?
Here's Aubameyang, there's the shot, there's the goal!
Looking fresh.
That's what he can do!
Yeah, but I ain't got the throat for that.
Sponsored by Bet365.
This program contains flashing images and scenes of violence.
All right, back live in Vegas. 2 of the UFC's top 15 middleweights are set to engage here. 10th ranked Ian Heinisch, 31 years old. The Russian Omari Akhmedov, 32. Akhmedov taller by an inch. Both fighters successfully coming in half pound below the 186-pound middleweight limit. 1 inch reach advantage with Omari Akhmedov. All right, here now, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC middleweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record. 19 wins, 4 losses, 1 draw. He stands 6 feet tall, weighing in at 185.5 pounds. Fighting out of Makhachkala, Russia, Omari Wolverine Akhmedov. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record. 13 wins, 2 losses. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 185.5 pounds. Fighting out of Inglewood, Colorado, presenting the number 10 ranked middleweight contender in the world, Ian the Hurricane Heinisch.
Да, короче, должен такие манипуляции делать между вами.
Oh, did Buff love that?
Oh, God.
Oh, my God.
Buff's day is, Buff talked about earlier having low energy. The low energy's gone. He's happy now. Buff loved that. He's all good now, ready to go.
Mark Goddard, one of the best in the business. 3rd man in the octagon for this one, Omari Akhmedov. Making a relatively quick turn. Fought Zach Cummings, Ian Heinisch's teammate, in Abu Dhabi a few months ago. This fight clock brought to you by Modelo. So Mark Montoya back-to-back fight camps preparing for Akhmedov, who got past Zach Cummings September 7th in Abu Dhabi. Heinisch initially was to face Brad Tavares in October, was very happy to at least get one more in this year against a ranked opponent. Backs Akhmedov up with a right hand.
Good low kick by Heinisch right there, and one returned by Akhmedov. Heinisch tries to get in deep. Oh, bam. Good knee and a good right hand. Heinisch got tagged.
Oh, man, he's going after it.
Striking has been the focus of late for Akhmedov. Training under Conan Silveira and Pahumpa there at American Top Team. Heinisch has an incredible story that is well documented at this point in time. Found himself in a foreign prison spell in Spain, eventually in Rikers Island, New York. Now gets a lot of work as a motivational speaker and in the top 10 in this UFC middleweight division.
Heinisch is having a little bit of an issue with his distance. He's coming up short, and that could be because he's faced the consequences of getting tagged by Akhmedov.
That's exactly what it is, because now he's short on everything.
Yes, yes, and there it is again. Good right hand. I think he got stung, DC.
He felt Akhmedov's power, so now he's throwing, right? He's still throwing, but everything's a little bit short because he doesn't want to get in the range to take that return shot.
There's also an issue, I believe, with Akhmedov landing a very hard low kick, not once but twice to that left leg. So he might have an issue closing the distance because his leg is not functioning properly. You can see the swelling on the calf, the red mark, and you can see it also on the thigh. Akhmedov is a tank of a man.
Yeah, absolutely. He's big. I mean, how was he fighting at 170 pounds?
Crazy. How was Anthony Rumble Johnson ever doing it? That's the most ridiculous one.
That's the most ridiculous one of all time.
Toyo Tires, the official tire of the UFC. Yeah, Heinisch having a hard time putting weight on that front leg.
Yeah, Akhmedov is doing a really good job of sliding just out of the way, but then returning fire. So he's avoiding Heinisch's shots, but he is in control of the distance and pace here.
And he's managing it, right? Like if he gets back too far, he's a smaller guy. So he goes just enough to keep himself in range to return, but not take anything from Heinisch.
Yes. Ooh.
Heinisch wise to that spinning back fist offering. Nice counter from Akhmedov.
Yeah, and that was off of the kick. The low kick of Heinisch landed. Akhmedov caught it and fired back with a punch. Good jab there by Akhmedov.
Akhmedov had a lot of praise for his manager, Ali Abdelaziz, for the way he's managed his career and getting him this quick turn in a fight against a top 10 guy. Heinisch just not able to get into any sort of striking rhythm here about 4 minutes in.
There's a good shot to the body. Deep shot.
Beautiful level change.
Up in the air. Huge slam.
Nice takedown by Akhmedov.
Passed over the right leg. Holding half guard here. Heinisch is an open half guard though. He's thinking about getting up. He's not trying to secure Akhmedov on top of him and look to sweep.
You just see the difference in the fighters, right? Like Ben Saunders accepted the takedown and went right to mission control. Ian Heinisch is like, I got to get back to my feet. And there he is.
Yeah.
So a nice hip escape by Heinisch to get back to his feet.
Look at that roll.
Beautiful Granby there.
Job. Beautiful job.
I mean, nice Granby roll by Heinisch. That's a straight wrestling technique there.
And when DC compliments your Granby roll, that's something. Look at the numbers from.
Oh, he caught him with the chin. He caught him with that left hand right on the chin.
You know, for as good as Akhmedov is fighting right now, if Heinisch can find his timing, because Akhmedov is only countering, he can actually find a lot of success.
Great start for the Russian Akhmedov. Round 2 coming up.
Breathe for me. Eyes profess. Breathe, deep breath, little water on your head. Little water in your head. All right, breathe for me. Hey, water in your hand when you need it. All right, listen to me, listen to me. You need way more lead hand popping, more speed, hand speed drill when you throw this, because he wants to counter with the right hand, okay? The reason that your low rider is not working is because there's nothing hiding it. You're just throwing low rider, getting tall and staying there, okay? I need your lead hand popping, and your cepho will be there, especially if you throw your rear side tower. Does that make sense? Yeah. So attack cepho, work that. Again, off of the cover, when he throws overhand cover, I need a return.
All right, back live. Ian Heinisch in the corner, and Daniel Cormier with a hot telestrator.
Yeah, right here you see Ian Heinisch go to throw, level change, beautiful. Hey, this can still be defended. But watch what Akhmedov does here. The hands go locked behind the butt right here, right there. Once a guy gets the hands locked, now it does not matter what Ian Heinisch does. He's getting taken down. You can't let a strong guy like this lock his hands beneath the butt whenever you're up against the side of the octagon. The most classic way to finish a takedown, and the easiest way also.
Round 2 here. Ian Heinisch said a guy he's leaned on a lot during this training camp, Nate Marquardt, longtime UFC veteran who's working on a comeback in his own right. Marquardt, one of the main sparring partners for Heinisch, getting ready for Akhmedov.
Heinisch needs to change something up though, man, because Akhmedov never goes first. Watch this. He only waits for Heinisch. Heinisch will enter, boom, there it is. And over again. Wait for Heinisch. Heinisch goes, here comes Akhmedov.
That said, that was a good low kick by Heinisch right there on the calf. That would take away some of the movement of Akhmedov. I'd like to see him throw more of those.
There he is, see? Like every time. I'd like to see Heinisch actually release the pressure a little bit, make Akhmedov start coming to him, and maybe he can start countering as he's the longer guy.
Spinning body kick lands for Heinisch, not a ton on it. Pretty good short uppercut for Akhmedov. Heinisch landing just 29% of his significant strike attempts thus far.
Короче, после этих боев
of Heinisch saying, get that lead hand working. That would benefit him to just fight behind that long jab.
начнется уже, как вы говорите, Макс, через час. По Москве это в 5 почти. Таян в этом карде берется.
Borderline cup shot there. Less than 3 minutes now in round 2.
Heinisch tagged him there. They both tagged each other. Good body kick by Heinisch. He does well when he throws that left lead kick. He throws it off the switch, and sometimes he just picks it up. Akhmedov again looking for the takedown.
Nice job by Akhmedov, really staying with the takedown attempt. Akhmedov is fighting a beautiful fight right now. Occasionally mixing in those takedowns, but also landing a lot of great strikes.
DC, he hasn't thrown as many leg kicks. He's thrown a lot in the first round. He was having good results, and I think Heinisch was really feeling it on that left leg, but we haven't seen much of that here in the second.
He hasn't gone back to that kick.
That's a significant right hand.
Я же говорю, братан, картинки не могу брать. Я уже убрал.
Obvious strides made in the striking realm for Akhmedov.
И вообще ничего не будет.
Less than 90 seconds to go here, round 2. Heinisch known for having an outstanding gas tank. Trains at elevation, or at altitude, I should say, there in Colorado. Some round-by-round numbers here. Significant strikes. Big first, obviously, for Akhmedov, and he has the advantage here, round 2 as well. And that won't hurt.
Oh, good knee by Heinisch. And Heinisch with the takedown attempts here.
Yep, this is big for him, right? Make Akhmedov even believe that the takedowns will come in the opposite direction.
Heinisch is working for it here, DC.
Yeah, he's running on a single leg. But Akhmedov is doing a real good job of keeping his legs
Я вообще
split
просто ради себя смотрю.
and put damage on Heinisch. This guy has great balance.
А так я жду очень главный кард тоже. Жду боя.
Good takedown defense for Omari Akhmedov. Heinisch
Посмотрим, как Ян
has
раскатает
been unable to
старика.
ground him. There he does, but it is late in the round.
Oh, nice behind him.
Надеюсь, Макс раскатает Волкановского тоже.
9, 8, 7, 8.
Не знаю, что, но хочу, чтобы Колби победил.
5, 4.
Мне кажется, так и будет.
2, 1. That's good, okay? He's tired now, but he knows that he's losing the fight. So I want you to pay very close attention. In the beginning of the round, hands up, move your head. You have to move to your right, okay? Frame this, okay? You have to, okay, look, no take.
And you have to think hand speed drill, draw him out. When he misses though in, you got to crack back. You're doing a good job of making him miss, but you're not doing a good job of cracking backwards. Crack back, okay? Hey, I need you to work the finish area in because you don't want to leave this cage without a finish. You feel me?
Плюс-минус, типа на стрим пойдет. Надеюсь, бан не словлю.
Round 3 is brought to you by P3, the official protein snack of UFC. Daniel, we heard Mark Montoya in the Heinisch corner seem to intimate that it feels like his guy might need a finish here.
Yeah, he feels he wants to try to get a finish in this fight. Even though he's not sure he's behind, he just doesn't want to leave the cage without trying to finish the fight. And also, man, you know, anytime you're in a competitive fight, close fight, going to the judges is so uncomfortable.
And on the Akhmedov side,
tagged him with that left hook.
Got tagged there. Pahumpa wants Akhmedov to stay defensively sound, especially early in this third round.
Solid low kick there by Heinisch, and several of them to that calf. You can see it redding it up. It's interesting because, as we said, Akhmedov has kind of abandoned the leg kicks. He had so much success with it in the first round, but he's let it go in favor of hands. And I wonder why that is.
Well, he's landing. You know, he's landing on Heinisch a lot. He's setting traps, and when he's setting the traps, he's actually scoring on the end.
He certainly is, but he was really taking away a lot of the movement of Heinisch in that first round with those low kicks, and then Heinisch gets off another one. Oh, good left hook to the body by Akhmedov.
I like when Heinisch kicks. You know, when he's throwing those outside leg kicks, he's finding success because Akhmedov wants to return so badly. He walks himself in the return shots from Heinisch.
Akhmedov starting to slow down a little bit. 3.5 to go now in the fight. Heinisch able to work Akhmedov to the fence. We'll see if he tries a level change here.
Big breathing from Akhmedov, rather.
And this is where Heinisch usually does his best work, right? When his opponent starts to fatigue, he usually can take it up to the next level. But he's taking a lot of damage in this fight. I don't know if he'll be able to do it in the ways that he's done it before.
Pretty good right hand from Heinisch. Oh, that knee clipped Akhmedov.
Yeah, he went for that high kick and caught him with the knee.
Короче, лучше подпишитесь, потому что если кинуть бан, я сразу же перезапущу трансляцию. Вы сможете сразу продолжить, если хотите.
Excellent turn of events for Heinisch, considering he got tagged with that punch.
Yeah, good fighting instincts from Heinisch. Just over 2 minutes now to go. Heinisch has never been knocked out. This is his 16th pro fight tonight. And fight fans, be sure to gear up with new UFC fan gear, exactly what your favorite athletes are wearing at the weigh-in or fight night. There's also a wide assortment of new sweatshirts, hoodies, and headwear as well. Gear up today at UFCstore.com.
Great job by Akhmedov finding the underhook, circling to the underhook, and getting his back off against the side of the octagon.
Big deep breath from Omari Akhmedov, less than 90 now. And again, finding a home for that left hand.
Yeah, that left hook has been landing for Akhmedov. Akhmedov is tired though. He just looked up at the clock. Heinisch needs to really pick it up if he wants to win this fight.
He senses it too. I mean, he dove in on these legs and he gets him down. Look at this. Heinisch, second takedown. Oh, good shots by Heinisch. Akhmedov is exhausted and he's just trying to muscle his way up to his feet. He's giving up his back.
With a big guy on your back too. Ian Heinisch is a massive middleweight. And I mean, Akhmedov again is looking up at the clock.
Yeah, he is absolutely exhausted. But he also knows that he needs a takedown too.
Back on the feet here, 30 seconds now to decide this one. Nice crack by Heinisch. Oh, Akhmedov!
Akhmedov cannot miss with that left hook, man.
This is going to be a very interesting fight to score. Very interesting.
It was a close fight, second and third round. I thought Akhmedov fought a great fight early. Heinisch has fought a really good third round.
Late flying knee for Heinisch, who goes the distance with Omari Akhmedov tonight. Competitive middleweight fight. The official decision is coming up next as the 245 prelims continue live from Vegas.
Sponsored by Bet365.
Sometimes you're a socialite, sometimes a lone wolf.
Nespresso Virtuo, exceptional coffee every time. Virtuo, more from every cup. Do you feel the call? Black Opium,
Короче,
Eau de Parfum,
пацаны,
Yves
я
Saint
эту
Laurent.
хуйню буду убирать вот так. Время трансляции.
Sponsored by
Чтоб не
Bet365.
забанили.
This program contains flashing images and scenes of violence.
Well, it's an early wake-up call next Saturday from Busan, South Korea. Main event shapes up as a featherweight classic between legends as the former lightweight champ Frankie Edgar faces the Korean zombie Chan Sung-jung. The entire event yours live on ESPN+. Main card, 5 a.m. Eastern, prelims beforehand, kicking off at 2 in the morning. All right, now for the official decision, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. All 3 judges scored this contest 29-28 for the winner by unanimous decision, Amari Wolverine.
20th pro win for Omari Akhmedov. He has now turned back Zach Cummings and Ian Heinisch back-to-back. Huge win for Omari Akhmedov. 8th in the UFC and likely will find himself in the middleweight top 10 come next week. All right, the heavyweights are here. Derek the Black Beast Lewis and Alir Latifi. They have a date at UFC 247, February 8th in Houston, Texas. All right, still a couple prelims to come here on ESPN2. I gotta say though, now would probably be a good time to get that pay-per-view order out of the way. ESPNplus.com/PPV to order UFC 245, Usman versus Covington. That is one of 3 title fights coming up tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern from Vegas. All right, these locker room shots brought to you by P3, the official protein snack of UFC. And real good to see Brazilian bantamweight contender Ketlen Vieira back on the proving ground tonight. She's 10-0 overall, but has been out since March of 2018. She had knee surgery earlier in 2019. Says she is 1,000% ready to resume her assault on the division tonight as she faces that woman, Mexican striker Irene Aldana. She has certainly found her groove, 4 wins in her last 5, and tonight Aldana can become a bona fide top 5 contender if she can upset Ketlen Vieira. Bantamweights make the one next.
Sponsored by Bet365.
They say I walk like a king, talk like a king. You can act around now, say the same thing. Make way for the king. Make way for the king. So give me the crown.
Sponsored by Bet365.
This program contains flashing images and scenes of violence.
Oh, nice shot of the stratosphere off the strip here in Las Vegas, Nevada. We, of course, are here for UFC 245, Usman versus Covington. And great to have you with us tonight for the UFC 245 prelims here on ESPN2. All right, so some definite divisional ramifications here. Let us see how it plays out. Mexico's Irene Aldana has evolved into an elite bantamweight over the last few years, and she can certainly rise up the ladder if she can be the first to solve the undefeated Ketlen Vieira. When Brazil's Ketlen Vieira entered the UFC in 2016, she was a prospect with a 6-0 record and big dreams. Today, Fenomeno has 4 UFC wins to her credit, turning back the likes of Ashley Evans-Smith, Sarah McMahon, and Kat Zingano. Now the talented Vieira may be 1 win away from challenging for the bantamweight title. And to get that win, she'll have to handle the hard charge of Mexican striker Irene Aldana, who's coming off one of her best performances against Vanessa Mello, which moved her to 4-1 in her last 5 bouts. Ultimately set the stage for this opportunity in the fight capital here tonight. Coming up next, Ketlen Vieira takes on Irene Aldana.
Sponsored by Bet365.
Are you a man? Do you have hair? Then fight for your hair with Alpecin Caffeine Shampoo from Germany. Engineered with a special caffeine formula, used daily and leave on for 2 minutes. Alpecin Caffeine Shampoo. Fight for your hair.
What are we playing? The Outer Worlds. Oh, shrink 'em. Smaller. Shrink ray. So tiny.
Whatever you're into, discover your next favorite game with Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. Join now and get your first 3 months of Ultimate for £1.
We wanted a larder with more taste, so we made one. Hopez 13.
Перезапущу это моментально.
Getting to feel free and easy. When I am with you, getting to know what to say.
To keep our high streets alive and help our communities thrive, if you love where you live, shop small, and when you spend £10 or more, we'll credit you with £5 back, up to £50. Shop small by American Express.
Have you seen this?
Love it.
How did they get a box?
It's overrated up there. But this Bill Giroud's from William Hill is brilliant. 3 or more goals for us, 12 corners, 4 cards.
What, you can create your own bet?
Yeah, and you get instant odds.
Right.
Boys!
At least we're warm.
Make it your bet. William Hill, build your odds.
That crack in the wall needs addressing. The state of the floor is just depressing, man. Those curtains are looking tired. Decorations are tired. Look, your style is fired.
Silence the critics. IKEA, the wonderful everyday.
Короче, бой будет через минут 5.
This is what I was born to do. I'm a fighting man through and through.
Well, happy days for Liam Williams.
I want the big fight and get me out again before Christmas.
Sponsored by Bet365.
This program contains flashing images and scenes of violence.
All right, back live in Vegas. Big night overall for the UFC Women's Bantamweight division. This Tale of the Tape is brought to you by Dave & Buster's. Second-ranked Ketlen Vieira, 28 years old. Her Mexican counterpart, Irene Aldana, is 31. Aldana, the taller woman by an inch. She'll have a half-inch reach advantage. All right, now for the introductions. Back inside to the well-dressed Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC Bantamweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a striker holding a professional record, 11 wins, 5 losses. She stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 135 1/2 pounds. Fighting out of Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico, presenting the number 10 ranked bantamweight contender in the world.
Сейчас, короче, девчонки дерутся, потом Майк Перри с каким-то парнем, потом уже будет драться ФЕЙБЕР, Петра Яна, и начнется главный кард.
An undefeated mixed martial artist holding a perfect professional record, 10 wins, no losses. She stands 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighing in at 136 pounds. Fighting out of Manaus, Amazonas, Brazil, presenting the #2 ranked bantamweight contender in the world, Katlyn Phenomenal Vieira! And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Jason Herzog.
Jason Herzog, our referee for this one. The beautiful Brittany Palmer getting us started here for round 1. Katlyn Vieira, all business. Good to see her back tonight for the first time since February of 2018. March, I should say, taking on Irene Aldana. This fight clock is brought to you by Dave & Buster's. Vieira is in yellow. Irene Aldana is in the all black. Vieira certainly with a healthy respect for Aldana's stand-up game. Believes humbly, though, that she's the more well-rounded mixed martial arts athlete.
We're seeing a good display of footwork here. She's not chasing her. Oh, a nice inside leg kick there by Irene. But the way they're following each other is very, very slick. Nice right hand there by Katlyn Vieira.
And I mean, you saw it right away, right? Katlyn Vieira had a style that could give even the best fighters trouble. She's big for the weight, she's very aggressive, and she's very powerful. And that's a full skill set to challenge anybody at 135 pounds.
And she comes from a wild camp. I mean, that Nova União was just legendary in Brazil.
A lot of folks thought by this point in time Vieira might have gotten a chance again. Vieira barely flinched.
Ooh, that's gonna get some respect. She won't go as forward anymore. When you got a big power striker like that, you got to make them respect you and respect what's coming back at them.
I'm loving the footwork here with both women. This is calculated technical footwork. I mean, they're always in range.
We'll see how soon in this fight Vieira chooses to change level. She has taken down all 4 of her previous UFC opponents, including the Olympic medalist Sarah McMahon.
Good head work there by Aldana. Aldana throwing a lot of feints. Ooh. Going to the body.
Я буду постоянно. Теперь на YouTube перешел. Я раньше на Twitch такую херню делал. Там часто банить начали перманентно.
Katlyn gives a read, you know, she bites down on her mouthpiece and grimaces before she throws. She's throwing everything in there. And Aldana's going to time her if she continues to do that.
Absolutely. But now at least she's got Aldana going back a little bit, right? The whole entire first part of the fight, you had Aldana backing up on her bicycle, trying to stay away from Katlyn. Now she's the one kind of going forward, and she fights much better when she fights in this way.
Aldana,
nice right hand by Katlyn. That one hurt her. That one hurt her. Arena's moving. Katlyn is a powerful woman.
She's strong, man. She's aggressive.
Good inside leg kick by Aldana.
Aldana keeps that chin tilt. It got touched there, though.
The jab, but just caught at the end of it.
Aldana does a great job of moving her head, right? It's never still until she starts punching. The moment she gets in range and starts to punch, her head stops moving, and Katlyn is able to time her and hit her. Like, look at that. Right now, the head's moving. But the moment she gets in range, it stops. She's got to continue to move her head whenever they're exchanging.
Nice left hook. Good right hand as well.
Aldana mixing it up well on the feet, attacking the body and the head. Less than a minute in the round. There she goes to the body again. Aldana closing a plus 155 underdog tonight.
Кому не сложно, нажмите лайк и подпишитесь.
Man, they're throwing heat. They are throwing heat up there.
Ketlin is fighting mad. She's fighting mad. She's trying to get back at her because Aldana keeps touching her. You know, you see how she's doing it? She's winging these, but she's not.
That'll change your career.
Oh my goodness.
Slapped her.
Oh my goodness.
Wow, she got that respect and then she capitalized on it.
Oh my
Holy smokes.
Oh my goodness.
And then that follow-up right hand on the ground.
Oh my goodness. Oh boy. That was absolutely spectacular.
Oh man.
An incredible result for Reina Aldana tonight. The gifted striker gets her first UFC knockout in style.
Let's take a look at this again. Bang!
Oh, that was
on
nasty.
The chin. Shout out to Robin Black. Look at this. On top. Boom!
That right
big
hand.
right hand. And again, out cold. I mean, that is a picture-perfect left hook.
Jumping left hook.
Man, Reina Aldana has some beautiful technique. And we were saying that earlier, just everything's so technical. Perfect range.
Watch the bend in the arm on that left hook. We can show, I mean, when we get back and we show that again, the bend on that left hook was nasty.
Perfect.
There is a new bantamweight contender. It's a Reina Aldana. She'll talk to Joe Rogan after this on ESPN2.
Sponsored by Bet365.
Estrovia, sports fans. Betting on football is all up in here, so I'm keeping my mind in check in Mother Russia, home of this grandmaster. What's up, girl? Attack! Crushed her.
Don't bet silly, bet savvy. New Coral customers can get £20 in free bets when they bet £5 on any sport. The smart money's on Coral.
Sponsored by Bet365.
This program contains flashing images and scenes of violence.
Well, we are almost there, folks. Later on, 3 title fights here in Las Vegas. The headliner, the welterweight champ Kamaru Usman taking on top challenger and rival Colby Chaos Covington. You can purchase the UFC 245 pay-per-view right now through ESPN Plus, ESPNplus.com/PPV. All right, now time for the fight decision, brought to you by DAV, keeping the promise to America's veterans. With the official decision is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Jason Herzog has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 51 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by knockout, Irene Aldana!
Folks, I'm here with the winner, Irene Aldana. What a spectacular result. That was probably the most important and perhaps the most difficult fight of your career, and just unbelievably perfect left hook.
Thank you so much. I'm so glad. I'm so grateful for this opportunity.
Я вообще не ожидал, ты так заряжалась. Только один удар рухнул. На,
She was
всё.
the toughest opponent in my career, and I visualized this moment back in the rooms, and now it's realized. It's so amazing.
She was very aggressive. She kept pressing. And let's take a look at the big screen. You found the opening for this left hook. It does not get better than that. That is an absolutely perfect left hook. And then this follow-up shot on the ground. Coming into this fight, Ketlin was one of the top contenders in this division, thought to be one of
Вы
the
помните, короче, пока реклама, всякая херня, я буду на маленький экран просто папать и все. Понятно, с баном просто мешается. Вы сможете смотреть трансляцию бесплатно вообще. Даже донатом не прошу только лайк и подписаться. Все. Как хотите, можете не подписываться, в принципе.
This is amazing, so I guess I'm the #1 contender now.
Congratulations, ma'am. Amazing. Irene Aldana, ladies and gentlemen.
Walks into a gym for fun at 23 years old. She got fast-tracked pretty quickly in her mixed martial arts career, finished all of her non-UFC wins, and it kind of felt like an eventuality that we would see her get some knockouts in the UFC. She gets a big one tonight, and a really nice moment between Irene Aldana and Ketlen Vieira after the fight. Vieira came in 10-0, and obviously thrill on one side, agony on the other, but this is what this sport is all about, and just a nice moment and a lot of mutual respect there between combatants. So Irene Aldana has won 5 of 6, a huge 2019 for her, and there is going to be a new name in the top 3 come next week. All right, coming up next, this should be good. Chase Hooper is undefeated. He was born in 1999. That makes him the youngest fighter on this UFC roster. Earned a developmental contract on Dana White's Contender Series. And tonight, still undefeated, he is set to make his UFC debut. A lot of pressure on him tonight as he takes on Sweden's Daniel Tamer. He produced in June and got a much-needed win. He'll try to make it 2 straight here tonight against the highly touted Chase Hooper. Stay with us on ESPN2.
Sponsored by Bet365.
Бой будет через минуты 3. Покурить или еще что-то.
Here's Aubameyang, there's the shot, there's the goal! Fresh. That's what he can do!
Yeah, but I ain't got the throat for that.
Sponsored by Bet365.
Пацаны, подпишитесь, потому что перед главным кардом я перезапущу трансляцию. Чтобы просто не так была вероятность бана.
A year after he produced on Dana White's Contender Series, Chase Hooper is back for his much-anticipated UFC debut against power hitter Daniel Tamer in what should be a stern test for the dream. More than 5 million people have seen his fight that happened July 2018 on the Contender Series.
Yeah, the Contender Series is massive, right? Before you used to have these guys come off the Ultimate Fighter, and people knew him already. Well, you get that now with the Contender Series, and Hooper is definitely reaping the benefits of that. But Tamer, he finds himself in trouble here a little bit.
Yeah, Tamer.
A lot of trouble.
Oh, my Jesus.
This is tight.
Tamer's got a really tight lock here.
But Hooper's not fighting the hands. He's got to start fighting the hands a little bit. Find those hands if he's going to defend his position.
Man, this is amazing that he's still conscious.
Oh, he got up.
Oh, look, he's out of it. Incredible. Incredible. And how much did Tamer burn his arms out doing that? And now he's grappling. And he's grappling with this kid who really wants to grapple.
But a young kid like this, right, who can't possibly be very comfortable striking, you know, at least Hooper has to know that you have to take some to get to where he wants to be in this fight.
Yeah.
Right here.
Well, we showed right there that he's got a durable neck. Tamer's arm's in trouble. That right arm's in trouble. He's holding on to it tight, and he gets out. I like the way he gripped that, though. The way he pinned that thing to his chest. If he's in an advantageous position and he gets a grip on an arm like that, it could be real trouble for Tamer. Oh, big right hand by Tamer. And another one. Look at this.
Hooper able to get the fight back to the ground 90 seconds
Hooper
in,
can take a shot.
I mean, he got smacked.
He's durable.
That was a big right hand. And Tamer is looking good right now. But this is not good.
Oh, this is terrible. He's got his back.
A big, tall guy like that, you don't want him on your back.
He's doing a great job with that left leg, the way he's got it wrapped around Tamer's leg.
Tamer needs to make sure that he controls that left arm. He cannot allow Hooper's left arm to get free. He's got to stay 2-on-1 there. He's got to frame his face. He's got to do something to make sure that that left arm can't be as active as Hooper wants it to be.
He's got to keep Hooper from getting full back mount and locking a body triangle as well. Because Hooper's trying to climb up him. If Hooper climbs up him and grabs that back triangle.
But right there, you notice Tamer's left arm, right? It's just on the side of his face, so Hooper's trying to get past it. He can't get past that left arm. Tamer needs to make sure he keeps doing that.
He's carrying all Hooper's weight here. And Hooper's hitting him with some good shots. And again, trying to grapevine that leg. Trying to wrap around it, he drags him to the ground.
This is what he wanted. He's got to be careful not to get that body triangle.
He's got both hooks.
Ну это, конечно, это хороший джиу-джитсу, смотри у него.
It's so much bigger than Tamer.
8 inches in height, 5 in reach, and not where Tamer wanted to be here 3 minutes in.
Tamer's in real trouble here.
Джиу-джитсу на уровне, парня. Контроль сзади, смотри. Удушающий слабый, конечно, говорю. Нужно делать сейчас, пока не мокрый, не спортивный. Хорош. Все. Все. Смотри. Конец. Это конец. Засмотрим. Все. Нереально он закрылся. Правый больше засунул. Сейчас спать будет.
How is he fighting this off?
Nah, he's not gonna be fighting much longer. It looks like he's got to get a top hand. Yep, he got the top hand. And turn to your back now if you're Tamer.
Tamer is so tough.
I cannot believe he fought through that.
That is, I thought he was doomed. Look at this. Incredible. Incredible.
Now he escapes the mount as well. Knee on belly for Hooper. Now with a dominant position.
He's getting smashed here. Hooper's doing a fantastic job of maintaining control as they're scrambling.
I don't know if Tamer gets in it again if he's going to get out. I don't know if you get out of those rear chokes like that more than one time in a fight.
Hooper cranking that head,
continuing to apply pressure. Look at that. Tamer did a great job going to his back.
Okay, triangle cover. Yep, triangle cover.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, he cut him up.
Triangle.
He cut him up.
While he's getting smashed. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, he just said his fight's done. He ain't going nowhere.
Jason Herzog's very close to stopping it. There it is.
The dream is alive and well. Chase Hooper making good on the debut tonight.
Wow.
He went to that mounted triangle and just beat the crap out of him. It was unbelievable.
Credit to David Tamer for getting out of that choke.
Well, this dream for Chase Hooper of being a pro fighter dates to 13 years old. Ice water in his veins as he gets it done in the debut tonight, man. A lot of action. Joe, take us through it if you would.
Yeah, here we go. You see Chase diving on that ankle, gets him to the ground, but gets really caught deep here in this anaconda choke. Boom, and he gets caught with a big right hand by Tamer. I mean, he faced adversity in this fight, but once it got to the ground here, you see him get that long body and those long arms around the neck. This is a big part of it here. I mean, the fact that David Tamer was able to get out of this choke is truly phenomenal. But once Hooper got on top of him with that mounted triangle, that was just nasty. And Jason Herzog had seen enough. Beautiful performance by a 20-year-old kid.
Absolutely incredible what he has already accomplished to this point in time. He looks up to the Diaz brothers and Damian Maia. And again, knowing who you are, DC, we hear a lot of fighters say, I don't want to force the takedown. First thing he said to us, that's what
I got to get a takedown. Yeah, he says he has to. And he said the time that he's been away, like you said, it helped him develop his style, right? He understands now who he is and who he has to be if he's going to have success in this game.
Это не сложно.
All right, Bruce Buffer now to make this one official.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Jason Herzog has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 34 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by TKO, Chase the Dream.
Красавчик, что сказал.
I'm here with the winner, Chase Hooper, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations on a successful UFC debut. You faced some adversity in this fight. It wasn't that easy. You got caught with some good shots, but you took them very well.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting better at the not getting hit. If you watch my contender fight, you can definitely see I'm doing a lot better than then. But, he caught me kind of on the side. It wasn't too heavy.
Well, you showed your durability and you showed a spectacular ground game. Were you surprised that he was able to get out of that rear naked choke?
He's super jacked. He looked a lot smaller at weigh-ins, but that's the name of the game. And, well, I can't be angry with a quick finish, so
No, it was an excellent finish. Let's take a look at it. Look at the big screen. You caught this mounted triangle, wrapped it up tight, and just hit him with some nasty shots until the referee was forced to stop the fight. How happy are you with this debut?
I'm extremely happy. I'm gonna go to M&M World after this, get some little custom M&Ms with a little fro on it or something, and now I won't feel bad about, you know, eating them in shame. Now it'll be, you know, pridefully eating M&Ms. So
enjoy your M&Ms, sir. Congratulations on your victory. Chase Super, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, when you're born in 1999, you know, it's all about M&Ms after a win. And coming up next, we will get our featured prelim of the night your way. How good is this? Jeff Neal has really blossomed since making his UFC debut less than 2 years ago. As skilled as he is coachable. And tonight we will see if he can extend his overall winning streak to 7 against that man, the inimitable Platinum Mike Perry. He has been must-see TV every step of the way. And he proved his last time out he's ready for the division's elite. Tonight, he'll try to earn his coveted spot in the top 15 at Jeff Neal's expense.
Sponsored by Bet365.
And the champion is Daniel Dubois.
This is what I was born to do. I'm a fighting man through and through.
А потом ФЕЙБЕР Яна.
The man who believes winning tonight is an eventuality. He will certainly need all that confidence and then some to dethrone that man. The calm, cool, collected featherweight king, Hawaii's Max Holloway. He's handled his business as champion with equal parts skill and humility. Tonight he will try to turn back the latest hungry contender. All right, before we get there, a lot of fan excitement for this matchup at welterweight. How about we see how it plays out? Looking to move into the upper reaches of the division, Jeff Neal has come to Las Vegas in search of a big name to add to his record. That has led him to none other than Platinum Mike Perry. Long-winded he is not, but when Jeff Neal does open his mouth, people listen. So when he called for a fight with fellow welterweight standout Platinum Mike Perry, the fans in the UFC responded in kind. And tonight, the two will square off in a bout that promises to deliver.
I wanted Perry, I got him, and it's time to take him out.
I don't like Jeff at all. He wants to take from me everything that I worked so hard to gain and grow. And I want to destroy this guy.
Arguably the single biggest success story to emerge from Dana White's Contender Series is that of Texas's Jeff Neal. The Fortis MMA staple has already compiled 4 wins in the UFC since earning his contract in 2017. And tonight, he goes for 5 straight against Mike Perry.
I only see one thing in the UFC, and that's being the UFC welterweight champion, and this fight will be one more step towards that goal.
After back-to-back fight of the night encounters with Alex Cowboy Oliveira and Vicente Luque, Mike Perry's reputation as an all-action banger precedes him. But as 2019 comes to a close, Florida's Platinum wants to make a run at the title, and a win over Jeff Neal would certainly help the cause.
When they lock that octagon door tonight, he's in for the fight of his life.
Это смотри, пиара лишил.
Sponsored by Bet365.
Стив кошелек кинул из Яндекса. Куда мне бабки?
Merry Christmas, sweetheart. You are my Christmas star, and I'll be wherever you are.
Show her that you know her with the new Pandora Christmas collection.
Короче, кто там только пришел после этого боя Майк Перри подерется, начинается главный кард. Тогда будет драться Петра Яна против ФЕЙБЕР.
We'll show you a 3D image of your teeth and talk about straightening your smile. Then we'll deliver clear aligners to you for just £120 a month. No braces, no monthly office visits, no paying a fortune. And most plans take an average of 6 months. You can get started today. Book your free visit at smiledirectclub.co.uk.
Dime cuándo tú verás. Dime cuándo. Se vuol dirmi di sì. Dividirlo perché.
Не, еще Петра Яна не было, я же говорю, этот бой Майк Перри дерется, потом Петра Яна. Еще прилим, еще не было главного карда.
The outer worlds. Oh, shrink them. Smaller. Shrink ray.
Алейкум ассалам.
Whatever you're into, discover your next favorite game with Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. Join now and get your first 3 months of Ultimate for £1.
They say I walk like a king, talk like a king. You can act around now, say the same thing. Make way for the king.
Это прямой эфир, просто сейчас реклама. Делаем как всегда. Когда бой начнется, я просто окно разворачиваю полностью на весь экран, когда смотрите. Что, вероятно, с баном мешалось.
Hey Deli, how you doing, mate? What are we doing? We're filming everyone for the BT Sport All Day. Guys, can we get the music on? Mo, you ready, mate? So I want your reaction to the New Year's All Day. Every Premier League game live on BT Sport. Really? What? All games? Every single one. So how does that make you feel? Yeah! Too quiet, mate. The All Dayer. Come on! Yeah! Yeah! Come on! Could you turn around and show? Brilliant, mate. That's it. Number of games live. You need to check that. 10 games? Really?
Давайте без политики. Кто тут русский, кто еще там. Просто смотрите и все.
Sponsored by Bet365.
This program contains flashing images and scenes of violence.
Да я фанатик просто. Люблю смотреть. Решил на YouTube перейти с Твича. Можно Твичу банить.
Live in Vegas, our featured prelim is upon us. This Tail of the Tape is brought to you by Toyo Tires, the official tire of the UFC. Jeff Neal and Mike Perry both still on the right side of 30. Jeff Neal, the taller man by an inch. Both fighters coming in below the 171-pound welterweight limit. Jeff Neal will have a 4-inch reach advantage. All right, now for the introductions back inside of Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record, 13 wins, 5 losses. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 170.5 pounds. Fighting out of Orlando, Florida.
Картинки я не убираю, потому что бан сразу. И смотрите.
And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record, 12 wins, 2 losses. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 170 pounds. Fighting out of Dallas, Texas, Jeff Has of Steel Neal. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Chris Coyote.
Chris Tione, our referee for this featured prelim here tonight. Good to have you with us on ESPN2. Platinum Mike Perry.
Бой Усмана против Колби самый последний. Это уже главный кард.
Jeff Neal, prohibited favorite, minus 250. Neal, the ranked fighter, number 14 in the world. But very much looks the part of future title contender. This fight clock is brought to you by Toyo Tires, the official tire of the UFC. The southpaw Jeff Neal is in white. Mike Perry out of the orthodox stance is in black.
Ребята, подписочку не забывайте. Перед главным кардом я запущу трансляцию, чтобы бан вероятность уменьшить.
You know, Mike Perry's life has changed in so many different ways. You know, obviously he's married now. You saw the maturity in his fighting style in the last time. But he said today he wants to be the old Mike. He wants to really take the fight to Jeff Neal.
Pretty remarkable that Mike Perry is back in there after a really devastating broken nose August 10th, not all that long ago. But if you know Platinum Mike Perry, you're not necessarily surprised at the quick turn.
In another time, he would be a barbarian.
Yeah.
Oh, he kicked him in the cup again, it seemed like.
No,
it seemed like that was 2.
Mike got kicked in the cup, and then he kicked Jeff back.
Oh, that's right. Sorry, back and forth. Sorry. Jeff Neal, extremely technical. And I'm interested to see how he sizes up the style of Mike Perry. Mike Perry, big high kick. He hurt him.
Опять на стумбовом жестком самолетом, да. Все, жесть. Давайте лайк и подписку, ребят. Это жестко.
about how good Jeff Neal is. No one has been able to do that to Mike Perry. No one.
Jeff Neal's in that southpaw stance, so that kick is coming from the opposite side. Most guys go to the body. He threw it high, hurt Perry, and this dude has some finishing instincts. Big performance again by Jeff Neal.
One of the most promising guys in this division, without a doubt. He is just so sharp, so precise, so dangerous, and so intelligent. Like you see the reads, you see him seeing. Look at that, shin to the chin. And then follows up beautifully. High kick again. Swarms him, but does it intelligently. Bang, bang, bang. Look at this again, one more time, bang. And it's off a read. He recognized that Mike was anticipating and dropping the hands. And perfectly timed that left high kick. Just a spectacular performance by a guy that, as we said coming into this fight, is one of the most exciting and promising contenders in this incredibly stacked 170-pound division. This guy could be a future champion.
Ну что, ребята, вы засейвились. Я сейчас буду восстанавливать трансляцию и запускать еще раз. Слышали? Подпишитесь в любой истории, короче. Еще раз найдете мой канал и будете смотреть, потому что нужно перезапускать это 100%, я говорю. Сейчас будет бой по Петра Яна.
Declaring the winner by TKO, Jeff Hands of Steel Neal.
All right, I'm here with the winner, Jeff Neal, ladies and gentlemen. You are looking at one of the top contenders in this incredibly talent-stacked division. You put on a show tonight, and you stopped a guy who's about as durable as any man in
Сейчас
this world.
Петр Яна
Yes,
драться.
sir. That was my plan. I've been saying this since I got the fight. I wanted to be the first to put him away with hands, not like submission, you know. But I got the job done, and I couldn't be happier.
What we were saying about you leading up to this fight was you're so technical and so sharp, and you proved that tonight. Please take a look at the big screen. What did you see? You timed this high kick perfectly. You anticipated him dropping those hands.
Yeah, his rear hand is always low when he loads up. Whenever, like, it always comes like this height. So I just knew it would be there when I threw the kick.
And